Hi everyone. Today's practice is a little bit different. I decided to just record and flow with the practice that just felt right to me instead of planning something out. So today's practice is a little bit longer, but I'm out at a retreat this week and have the opportunity to spend some time on this gorgeous farm and to be able to get some focus time on work and also to walk the land and just enjoy being out in nature. So wanted to share that with you and recorded today's practice here out on the farm. So what I ended up doing was the Taoist 5 flow for the most part. There's a little bit at the beginning where I was just warming up and getting into it, but then I finished with this Taoist flow in stances. So you get a little bit of each element, and it's a really relaxing, well, Qigong is always relaxing, right? But just a really beautiful practice that has felt good to do several days this week. So I hope you enjoy it. All right, we're going to kick things off with knocking on the door of life. I've noticed that when I do this one, it just helps a lot with my spine feeling a little more supple as I start doing exercises. So for this, your feet are shoulder width apart. You're just allowing the momentum of your body twisting to let your arms swing around with an open palm. So one hand is hitting the front and one hand is hitting the back. And just as an update on me and making these videos, I wanted to mic myself up for this, but the wind was blowing quite a bit and there's also a gun range nearby, and so that wasn't quite as peaceful. So let's get into a wider stance for this, and you can put a little more momentum into your twist, just really leaning into each side as you swing. Just getting a little bit more of a stretch. So yeah, this farm was just really beautiful. That red barn behind me is where we were having event space and working space, and a group of artists just got together and spent time focusing on their craft and working side by side. So it was really special. All right, slow that down, and we're going to stay in this wide stance and move into tiger crouches in the grass. So make your tiger claws in front of you, and as you come down, you're scraping up the front of your body and then releasing it out in front of you. So inhaling on the way up, exhale with this audible sigh on the way down. And as you're coming down, you're feeling that stretch in your inner hamstring and also, just getting your arms moving. So this exercise is a bit of a purging practice where we're scraping energy metaphorically up through our body there and then releasing it back to the earth. So yeah, I think for the background sound for this, I'm going to be using some chimes that I recorded in my neighborhood and some starling. We'll move into move the body like a river. So again, we're staying in that same stance and we're just going to begin to sway back and forth, really starting the movement from the hips, pushing the hip forward and then allowing the movement to just curve up the spine into the head. So really swaying back and forth. Now let's swing one arm over our head, put the other arm on your knee, give it a good stretch. Exhale as you pass forward, inhale as you stretch. And you can feel free to hold the stretch longer if you want or move slower. It's whatever you feel comfortable doing. Really just working on getting some mobility going. All right, so let's work with elephant swings its trunk, wrapping one hand around the other wrist. Full body swing forward with the arms straight, and then running those hands up the front of your body, all the way above your head, and swinging, keeping a straight spine as you lean forward. Keeping your legs straight as well. Again, we're getting some good stretching, opening up our meridians and our fascia, and just really spreading things out so that energy can flow. All right, now bring your feet back together, shoulder width apart. Kind of reset here. And we'll move into shaking. So the order I like to do this is just starting with a little bit of it, mobilization, and then we move into purging exercises to start releasing some of the energy that we no longer need. So we're going to just shake for a little bit, keeping our feet on the ground, allowing our body to relax. You can feel free to turn. You can shake a little, you can shake a lot. The key here is just to remember to take deep breaths in and then exhale with an audible sigh if you want to. Really just shaking out anything that's no longer needed. Getting rid of any excess energy you may have in your body. And just a quick technical tip. I did film this in 4K and all of my videos are in 4K. So if you want to, just change your settings on YouTube to watch this in high definition. And just stand for a moment, feel your body, check in, see how you're feeling. It's always just kind of a nice little feeling right after shaking anyway, just to notice the piezoelectric charge. So now we're going to expand a bit more and move into the leopard movement. So making a chi ball just in front of you. Left hand on the bottom, you're going to swing out and over the shoulder, keeping your legs with your knees slightly bent, stretching up over the head. Circle the hands together back. So now that your right hand is below on the bottom, take a step to the right, up above the shoulder, left hand under the armpit, and press and twist. Circle the hands, step back to center, bring the chi ball right in front of your abdomen. Left hand on bottom. You're going to take a step to the left, spiral over to the shoulder, right hand under the armpit, stretch and lean. Keeping our legs in horse stance, circling, coming back to center. Taking some breaths, step to the right and stretch. So you may notice I'm saying the opposite direction. I'm just attempting to mirror you so that it's a little bit easier. So you can start on either side, whatever feels comfortable for you. Go to the left, press, compressing the liver on that right side. Circle the hands back to center. Do one more on the other side. Step to the left, spiral. Now expanding that space around the liver. The leopard is connected to the wood element, so that's connected to the liver. All right, so bringing the hands back to the abdomen, hold that chi ball, take a breath. Breathe in as you lift your hands above your head. Form the Tai Chi palm, wrapping one hand around your thumb, wrapping the other hand around your other hand, and then bring it down just to the lower dantian. Take a deep breath, and you can release that when you're ready. Immortal Pushes the Stone. So we're going to do a little more purging with this one. So just kind of get the movement down here. You're pressing one hand forward as you pull the other back. Take a deep breath. We're going to make the 6 healing sounds as we move with this one. Starting with the lung sound. S. And again. S. Next, the kidney sound. Chew. Chew. Once more. Chew. Next, the liver sound. Shh. Shh. And again. Shh. Next, the heart sound. Ha. Next, the stomach spleen sound. Ho. And then last, the triple warmer sound. He. Nice. So these are essentially just nervous system releases through different types of sighs. All right, let's move into Tai Chi opening. So just float your hands up to about shoulder level, letting your elbows lead on the way back down, wrists leading on the way up. Just doing a few of these to get into our next flow, the Taoist 5. And we're going to start with white crane soaring. This is our lung meridian exercise, and we're just moving our hands towards each other, forming a circle with our first finger and our thumb. Palms facing up as we come in, palms facing down as you expand. Inhaling as you open up. Exhaling as you bring it back together. Lifting the body as you expand. Slightly bringing the center of gravity down as you come forward. And this is the metal element exercise. Now float the hands down and we'll move into our metal stance called lower embracing the tree. So feet are about shoulder width apart, your knees are soft, your tailbone is dropped so that the lower back feels relaxed. You're making a hoop in front of you with your palms facing up, aligning the chest over your hips, lifting the crown, tucking your chin, and placing your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And as you stand and hold this posture, just check in with those different areas every now and then and keep aligning, because our body has plasticity that's going to try to move you out of this position, but just keep checking in. So it's part of the mindfulness practice. And this stance is, I mentioned, the metal element stance, and it also is connected to our lungs and our large intestine, and it's helping us to just cultivate healthy flowing chi in those parts of our body. All right, we'll move into the water element next, called Zen circles. So one hand behind your back, the other hand in front of you, scooping in front of you, spiraling above your head, scooping down below, following your hand with your eyes and keeping your knees facing forward. So you're really going to notice the movement in your hips, like where your bikini line is, really kind of feeling a fold happening as you shift your weight from one leg to the other. So we're inhaling as we pass over the top, exhaling as we scoop down. Just allowing our body to flow in this watery movement. This one's connected to the kidneys and can help you if you've got tightness in your lower back. This can be a nice, gentle way to start allowing chi to flow in that area of the body. Now spiral the hands, switch to the other side, scooping with that hand, spiraling over, following with your eyes, folding in the hip joints as you shift the weight from left to right or right to left, depending on which direction you're going. So the background music or sound that you're hearing did not take place here at the farm, but in my neighborhood, when I notice these little moments of just beautiful sounds just in nature, I try to record them. And so I picked up this audio from, just a really cool big chime set that was in my neighbor's yard. And there was a starling that was hanging out nearby and just singing along with it. So this is actually one of my favorite audios that I've been able to capture and been looking for the right moment to share it with you. So I'm kind of combining two special places into one to create the video. All right, we'll relax for a moment, take a breath, and then move into the bear posture. So this is the standing posture connected to the water element. So we're staying on that water element theme with this, and it's exactly the same as the previous stance that I showed you, but this time with your hands behind your back. So you can think of it as if you're holding a giant beach ball behind you, and check in with your shoulders so that you're not, really tense in your shoulders. Relax your shoulders down. If you need to move your hands out or point your hands down towards the ground a little bit more to get relaxed, then feel free to do that. The important thing here is to drop that tailbone so that the lower back is soft. Keep your shoulders relaxed, lift the crown of your head, and tuck your chin so that we're really getting as much alignment as possible with our body here, allowing chi to begin building up in our body. And with these standing meditation poses, I've personally noticed just some really good feelings in my body as I'm holding those. Okay, we'll move into tree sways in the wind. With your palms facing up in front of you, turn to the side, lift up, spiral the hands up, and then float them out like tree branches on either side of you. Lift up as you inhale. Exhale as you slowly bring them back down. Palms up, turn to the side, lift up, hold the breath as you turn, exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up, hold, exhale. Now we're moving into the wood element, which is connected to our liver, and liver chi tends to get stuck pretty easily, so this can be a good one if you're feeling kind of frustrated or angry, annoyed, just any feelings like that. This is a really quick way to free up that chi that's stuck in the liver, maybe causing some of those feelings. And the wood element's also connected to our ambition and our ability to go get things done. So if you've got a busy day today, this might just help you get things done. All right, relax the hands and then lift up into embracing the tree. So just like before, only our arms are forming a hoop out in front of us. Keep your elbows just slightly lower than your wrists. Spread your fingers. And just as before, drop the tailbone. Align the chest over your hips. Lift the crown. Tuck the chin. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. And just hold this posture and breathe. This is actually my favorite Qigong pose of all time. I don't know why. This one was one of the first standing postures I learned, and I just love the way my body feels when I'm standing in this position. All right, drop the hands down, rest for a breath. And we'll move into Fair Lady Works the Shuttle. So forming a bigger chi ball. Have your right hand over the top of your abdomen, left on the bottom. And you're going to switch sides. So spiral and press. Spiral and press across the chest. Drop that right hand down, lift up, press with the left. Chi ball, spiral, press, chi ball, spiral, press. Inhale as you come to center. Exhale as you press. And this one is connected to the fire element and the heart meridians. So we are crossing the heart points there at the armpit. So that's why we want to press across the front in front of our armpit at armpit level. And drop it down. Now we'll move into the fire element posture called holding the golden urn to the yang position. So your hands are palms open wide. The webbing between your thumb and your first finger should be facing towards your face, and your arms are bent just beyond a 90-degree angle and right in front of your body. So spine alignment just like before, but we're holding the golden urn. So one other thing you can do is tilt your wrist towards you so that you're feeling a slight bit of tension along the pinky line. Just getting a little bit of tension there as we hold this posture out. And if you want to mentally connect with the energy of the sky, heaven, God, you can do that as you open your heart to receive. And as always, just check in with your posture. Make sure your lower back is relaxed. All right, you can bring your hands down and we'll move into the earth element called looking through the cosmic eye. So forming a little diamond with your first finger and thumbs touching each other. You're going to hold that just above your head and look up and twisting, filling that fold in the hip joint, moving slowly, maybe even finding a cloud or something above you that you can keep in that little shape you're making with your hands. Moving quite slowly as you turn. You're going to inhale as you come to center and exhale as you move outward. And if this feels really tight on your neck or doesn't feel too comfortable with that, you can bring your hands down to just your solar plexus level. So just hold your hands facing down towards the ground and make the turns instead. Sorry, I didn't have a demo for that alternative version, but I'll show it in a future video. All right, so you can bring your hands down, rest those shoulders for just a second, and then spreading the fingers, holding your arms out in front of you, arms slightly bent, but really just holding out about solar plexus level, that area where your stomach and spleen are, and connecting with the energy of the earth as you align the spine, lift that crown, tuck your chin, relax your shoulders, drop the tailbone, soften your knees, soft gaze, deep breaths. Now slowly let the hands come down, and we'll close out with centering. So bring your feet a little closer together, palms facing up in front of you. Lift up with one hand and then drop it down the center of your body. Now to the other side. Inhale on the way up. Exhale as you come down through the center. Inhale. And our hand is passing through the upper dantian, the middle dantian, and the lower dantian, where we're storing the energy that we've cultivated and circulated. And we're just slowly consolidating all of the work that we've done, bringing everything back into center. Now fold the hands over the lower dantian just below the navel for bamboo in the wind, bringing those feet back together, all the way together. And just allow your body to sway like a tree in the breeze. Just relax as much as possible. Great work taking time for yourself today. Spending 30 minutes breathing, nurturing your nervous system, and giving yourself the foundation you need to go out and do the things you've been called to do. So step out, and we're going to circle the belly. We always go up the right, down the left. We're following the direction of the large intestine. Don't want to go against that. We're going to tell the energy to go in this direction. And the way this works, we're just using our awareness to direct the chi. And we're going to center it down below the navel. One last deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you found this helpful and you want more videos, be sure to subscribe and check out other Qigong videos. I travel frequently and try to film in beautiful places, so go check that out and let me know if you have any questions about the practice. See you on the next one.